we are at Sandown today. Welcome to another edition of ATB TV, and it's nice of Darren to actually join us today.
Thanks, Shona. I really do feel like a special guest after being away for the last 3 weeks, but we had a good time and we got back last night, and it's really good to be back.
Yeah, you look like you've had a good time. Your face is red raw from sunburn, so...
Yeah, the skin's falling off my nose as we speak, but I don't think I've got nothing to worry about over the next month or so, because it's freezing after spending time over there.
Yeah, I'm sure that tan will be sucked off your face with this cold weather.
Yeah.
Okay. So, do we want to speak about Ascot, or would you like to speak about the results?
Oh, well, let's go through Ascot first. Obviously, we went over to Royal Ascot for the week, and we had tactical restaurant ended for the Gold Cup, but unfortunately the rains didn't come and the track was good to firm, so we made a tough decision not to run, but I think that's certainly in the horse's best interest going forward, and we'll be looking at running tack in Ireland in September unless we can find a wet track before then. And then we had Dan Dino go around in the Hardwick Stakes, a race he ran second in last year, where he was third up. This year he's first up and finished sixth, well beaten, but the horse is in good form. He just ran out of condition probably the last 400 metres, and he looked really well after the race, I thought. So I think we look forward to him running in the Prince of Wales in 2 weeks' time at Newmarket.
Cool. Alright, so let's talk about last week's results.
Yeah, I'd really like to know what happened last week, Shona. Very hard to watch the races when you're on the other side of the world.
Well, that's his excuse anyway.
I did manage to see a Basso's win.
Oh yeah, that was super.
That was very good, so
it's my
congratulations.
favourite horse, that horse. He's just a real trooper.
It was a real tough call to race him. I actually had an email from Chris, and that horse had everything against him. Back in distance, up in weight, 59. He just had no favours, but Chris wanted to run him and we had to trust the trainer.
Yep.
And it was the right call, and he won really well.
Yeah, he ran good. So Chris is going to work out whether he might head for one more race, or he might go to the paddock and maybe come back at the end of spring, I think.
Yeah, we'll leave it up to him. He's done a pretty good job so far.
Yeah.
As a horse kicks the wall right behind us.
Anyway, so Singapore, we had Lucky Lion go around on Friday night. He comes second. He put in another good race again after his last start.
It'd be good to see him win one. I did see the replay of that race, and he did get checked on the corner from a look at the video, but yeah, Stephen Gray's worked hard to get that horse back in form, and I don't think it wins far away.
Yeah, I think so too. At Fanny Bay, Northern Territory, we had Magnus Bell go around. She struggled with her breathing right through the race, and a decision's been made to retire her.
Yeah, she hasn't come back from that throat surgery. She was all right in track work, but in the race conditions, she just can't do it. It's just not fair, so time to pull up stumps with her.
Yeah. And in the UK, I'm keeping to the days of the week order. We had Collini go around, he come fifth.
Yeah, probably a little bit disappointing. I think that's his third run for Marco since we sent him back to the UK, and it was in a handicap, a race that we expect him to win. He only got beat 2 lengths, and I think the race, the speed was up and down, and it was a bit of a turning track, but I think at some point you've got to stop making excuses, and the horses just have to start winning. So we've got a plan to qualify him for the Caulfield Melbourne Cup, so he'll have one more run in the handicap, and then he goes into 2 qualifying races. And he's either going to win those semi-finals and make it to the big races, or he's not. So we're just going to roll the dice and see what unfolds.
Okay, great. And then Monday we had, at Mildura, we had Imaging come second. Ran a good race, still a little bit green. Was strong through the line, and he's due to race again in about 2 weeks.
Yeah, look, I haven't seen any of the Mildura runs yet. So I'm going to leave it up to you.
Okay, it's my judgments. We also had Grand Arrow run around at Mildura, come fifth. Was 3 wide all the way. Didn't really have a lot of luck in running, and he's due to go around again at Bendigo on July 9, which is next Wednesday. So city meeting up at Bendigo next week, so that will be good.
He's not a bad horse, that horse. He's only had a couple of starts.
2 starts.
He's only a 2-year-old. He hasn't contested a 2-year-old race yet. But
2 starts?
Yeah, 2 starts. I wouldn't be unhappy with him. I think he's a horse learning his craft, and I think he's going to be all right. And I just got a feeling he might be better over further.
Yep. We had Refill run around at Mildura, come fifth.
Should he have won?
Could have.
Could have won.
Should have. Could
Not
have.
a good run?
Should have, could have, but didn't.
Good run or poor ride?
I thought he hit the line strong. He was beaten by 0.6 length of the length.
I feel like I'm standing next to someone from the Liberal Party.
We might be looking looking for more ground, and next race we'll probably step up to 1400 metres.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you. And then we also had our first starter in supplements run round, finished 10th, jumped well, was niggled out all the way, didn't handle the ground, Dean Yendall thought, so we're probably going to forgive that run. The track was a dead 4, and then after race 2 they upgraded it to a good 3, although Dean Yendall walked it and thought it was more on the good 2 side, so we'll scrap that run and wait for its next start.
Everything out of that mare, we've had a lot of them, Bearmin, Optimans, Pretty Strategic, we've had quite a few. They've all needed a bit of cut in the ground. They really don't appreciate the firmer surfaces. I don't know why, whether it's their conformation or their makeup or what it is, but look, everything out of that mare's been able to gallop. I've seen that filly trial. She might just take 2 or 3 runs, and she's probably, if she's going to be any good, it's going to be over 1400, 1600 later on.
Yeah. So this week's runners, tomorrow we're off to Cranbourne again with Lucky on Barefoot, Matty Williams.
Yeah, it was good to see him win while I was away. I think hats off to Matty. He's got these horses going really well this prep, after an in and out of form last prep. But
got Michael Rod on board. Have you heard of Michael Rod?
Michael Rod, yeah, he used to drive sprint cars, I think, hot rods or something.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I didn't know whether you knew him or not.
I think he's rode 1 winner for me.
Yeah. Yeah, okay, good. Just making sure.
Very funny now. They've got a bit of sense of humour, these people.
Friday we've got Listo Gaetano going around at Geelong, which he's stepping up in distance, which is going to suit him.
Look, his work's been really good on Led to Believe, and we're looking forward to going to Geelong Friday to watch him run, and I think he'll be a good each way chance.
And we've also got a first starter with David Hayes called Diorsivist.
By Mercy Dorsey, nice horse we bought out of a paddock last year, doing everything right in his work. David's happy with him. Obviously, he's out of a scenic mare, he's going to be a middle distance horse, and I think he's a horse that you just watch him in his first 2 starts, and then I think once he gets out a bit of distance, then you start to have a look at him.
Yeah, it's going to be ridden by Michael Walker, so keep an eye out for that one.
Good jockey.
Yeah. Saturday, we're going to Seymour. We've got El Galgo over 1600 metres.
Bit of a tight leaderish track, so I think, I'm not sure who's going to ride him, but they're going to have to take him forward for any chance.
His last start was at Werribee.
His last start was at Werribee?
Yeah.
It was a good run.
Yeah, second I believe.
Led all the way and just got nailed on the post.
That's it. And we've also got Hippodrome, who's more than likely to go, nominated for Mornington on Sunday, but I believe he's going to Seymour on Saturday.
Well, I hope so. I hate Mornington.
Yeah.
I think I've had 25 runners at Mornington. I think we've won 1 race. It's a graveyard. I don't like going there. I've told the trainers that many times.
Mornington is a no-go, if you didn't pick that up. And then on Wednesday we've got Fantastic going around at Bendigo.
Looking forward to that. I love this horse. Magnificent animal, and Mick Kent's done a really good job with him since he's had him, and just talking to him in the yard there before tells me that he's in great order and he's going to have a really good preparation, and this horse could have been anything, but he had a few issues along the way, and I think we've got him back in good form, and I think he's going to run a big race.
Yep. Edge of War was going around at Bendigo as well. Couldn't get in today, it was emergency, so we're off heading to Bendigo.
Another horse that's in good form, ran second here at Sandown last time. Horse that's just really learning how to race and do everything right, and he's going to be competitive wherever we take him.
Yep, and Grand Arrow is off to Bendigo as well.
He's on the quick backup, the 10-day backup, so back to 2-year-old for the first time, so I think we'll get a really good assessment of where he's at.
Excellent. Great.
Excellent.
Excellent.
That's great.
So we've just had Strattatini go around and he finished fourth.
Just got nosed out of third.
Yeah.
Good to see you paying attention.
Yeah. Oh, I was a bit upset by it.
Yeah, that horse, he can be upsetting, can't he?
Yeah, it was frustrating for me.
He
was frustrating last start.
He should have won a couple by now, and he just over-raced. Blinker's first time over-raced, had the run of the race. Brad couldn't have done any more. Even on the corner, still looked like to be a chance, but he was just a little bit soft late. But Brad suggested maybe take the blinkers off and try the winkers.
Yeah, see how that goes.
That's our only hope.
And then we've got Mumbai about to go around shortly.
Yeah, Peter Moody trained Mumbai, returned to form last start with a nice third. And back in distance today, Linda Meach goes on. I would think she's got to be a genuine each way chance with some sort of hope of winning.
Yeah, I think there's a few Saturday class horses dropped back to today, so that's our only query, but we'll be looking for a good performance out of her, hopefully.
Yeah, well, let's hope she can do it. Now, this weekend, it's a big weekend in Shona. I understand there's a big party at the Gold Coast.
Yes.
What's going on?
I'm going up for a holiday.
Shona's birthday, so please, Facebook, email, please feel free to wish her happy birthday.
24.
24 plus some, but going well, so happy birthday from all your friends at ATB, Shona.
Thanks, Darren.
Enjoy the weekend up at the Gold Coast. We won't have many runners, so it'll be pretty quiet.
You should be able to handle it. I've taken care of everything pretty much.
Done a really good job for us. Really, really good job. The girls left all the girls in charge. They didn't need me. It was good to see Peter Morganti on screen last week.
Yeah. Just put it on.
Got a shock when I turned that on and saw his big head there. And I guess our next trip for ATB will be off to Darwin at the end of July. Lethal Arrow went up last week and he's in Darwin now, getting ready for the Prime Minister's Cup and then on to the Darwin Cup. So hopefully, hopefully Jared McLean will be back in business next week and we can see what he can do. So if anyone wants to come up to Darwin for the Cup week, we will be up there. And on the Friday night before the Cup, we do a harbour cruise around the bay, and it's a terrific night. So if you haven't been to Darwin or you have been on that cruise, you need to let me know because we've booked the boat, and it's a terrific night, and you need to be very, very thirsty to join us.
Very good.
So I've got 4 weeks to get over the last trip, and now away we go again.
Great. Well, that's us done for another edition of ATB TV.
Thanks, Shona.
Is that you?
That's me.
Yeah. He's got to go.
Bye.
See you later. Here I am again, and as usual, after we've done ATB TV, the acceptances have come out for Morfettville. So we've got 2 runners heading over to Morfettville this weekend, and that is Bear Min. She's going to be ridden by Jamie Carr. She came 3rd at Sandown in her first up run 2 weeks ago. She's a big, robust type of mare, and I think she's going to go quite well over there. Over her history, after she's at 2nd up, she's had 2 starts for a win. So I think you should probably keep a close eye on her. I'm going to make her my one to follow. I couldn't split her and Hippodrome as my one to follow this week. And to note, my ones to follow being Mumbai and Imaging. 2 seconds, so one paying $3.50 and the other one paying $1.50. And we've also got Chloe Anna going across. She was also nominated at a race at Caulfield, so she's going to head across and she's going to be ridden by Shane Cale. I think she'll go well. She was a winner at Sandown in her last start, so keep an eye out for her as well, Chloe Anna. And that's it. Thanks guys, see you later.